I work with Impact Africa Network, which is a nonprofit startup studio in Nairobi on a mission to ensure that young African talent gets to participate in the digital transformation of Africa as creators and owners. One of the most important part of that statement or that mission is creators and owners. Because in the last few years, what has happened, we have seen a lot of foreigners coming into the African market, in this case in the Kenyan market, and being the ones who are creating digital companies, and they're scaling them up. And people who look like me, young people who look like me, are not being able to participate in that ground because of various reasons. We don't know how to, because we've not been in Silicon Valley, where people have seen these things happen. People create tech companies and they scale and they create employment and they become a movement. So we've not seen that happen. We've not seen someone like me or like us do it in our market. So we don't have the know-how. We also don't have the support in terms of bootstrapping capital, just because of where we find ourselves economically in our countries, but also our continent is a bit risk averse, and for that reason, people do not invest in such things so much. So yeah, so that's why we're here. So how we do this is that we take in young talent that has just left college and we put them in a program that where for 12 months they work on well-vetted projects. These are projects that have been vetted. They are solving a particular market problem, and we look into building solutions. And most of the solutions, of course, they are very tech-oriented. They're looking towards going the digital way, because that's how the world is going, or has already started to go, and Africa is catching up. And we believe Africa is the next frontier, because we're the youngest continent. If you look at us, our median age is 19.5. So we are very young, and so we have the rigor. We are learning. We know, we are aware of everything digital. So we stand the chance of creating a lot of digital companies now, because we have the human resource, but we need every other thing to support us to be able to do this. So that's what I do, is connecting just a young African person to the opportunity to being able to build a company, a digital company that can scale and create impact. Very good question. I'll start with us at Impact Africa Network. Of course, definitely once COVID hit Kenya, once we got the announcement of the first case, that was the last time we were in the office. And so ever since, we've not been to a physical office since March, because that's when we had the first case announced in Nairobi. And to be honest, between March, when COVID hit, we were about a team of maybe 15 people. And we are ending the year as a team of 50 people. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that COVID has forced us to digitally grow and use some of the platforms that have been created to continue to work and strengthen our work culture. So that's how we've been able to even grow the team bigger. We have done so. We launched our first early stage startups this year. So that's a win to see it happen in a time where people are not really working together. So it goes to show that we can actually work. There's a lot of enablement to work outside the office setting, because of course digital enablement. So in terms of how the African youth have participated in this, one of the things that I saw happening, especially in Kenya, is I saw a company that is trying to create a version of an online meeting platform in Kenya. That was amazing, because it has made people think about ways to work better using the internet, the web. And so that has really worked well for most of us. We're able to do more effective meetings. We're able to do more effective planning. We're able to work together even though we can't see each other. That's all I'm saying. I don't think there's any other way to do that, in terms of ensuring that we are being both ethical and people-centered in our innovations, apart from doing it, having that in mind, that putting people first in terms, and this is mostly even how you look at business, your outlook on business. Business is about people. So when you're creating and when we're building all these things we're building this digital age, people should be top of mind. So it's, for me, it's more of a mindset thing. And that mindset thing, I think, can be done mostly, especially when people are younger and they have not been corrupted. That's the reason why we work with younger people, because then they're able to create a movement that brings change. If that starts with the young generation, and I'm glad for the work that Global Black Youth is doing, if that word and that work is being done by young people, reinforcing the people first or people-centered businesses, or how to look at in this digital age, we will be able to do this. We'll be able to do things better and mind the welfare of people. You know, especially social media, it's a good thing, but it has turned out not to have very what do I call it, very extreme bad effects. And yeah, so I would say it will start with us, and we just have to do it. There's no other way. We just have to do it. We just have to change our mindset as to how we look at business. This is about people's welfare, it's about solving people's problems and not adding on to the problems, especially in the digital age. Yes, that's what I'd say.